has somebody.
Welcome back to Brass Tacks. Bengaluru's Traffic Police Commissioner shared a chilling video to drive home an important message.
It starts with a two-wheeler skidding at a turn and the rider being flung off and falling under a bus coming from the opposite direction. The wheel of the bus hits the biker's head, which thankfully is covered with a helmet. As the bus comes to a stop, the biker's helmet is seen stuck under the wheel. The bus then reverses, which helps release the biker's helmet, and then people gather to help him. Moral of the story is that helmets save lives.
The TMC has decided to abstain from voting in the upcoming vice presidential elections. The NDA's candidate is former Bengal governor and Mamata Banerjee's arch-rival Jagdeep Dhankar. But the TMC will not vote for the opposition candidate Margaret Alva either, because the party says they were never consulted on her candidature. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has declared that he will go ahead with his Singapore visit despite not being given permission by the Lieutenant Governor to attend a summit abroad. The LG has advised Kejriwal not to attend the conference since it is a conference of mayors. Cloudbursts in Himachal Pradesh's Kinnaur have caused widespread destruction.
Cloudburst triggered landslides in several places. Loose stones and rocks fell from the mountains and blocked several roads. And incessant rains made any rescue and relief operations virtually impossible. The cloudburst also led to increased water level in drains and created a flood-like situation and blocked road connectivity. Several homes were damaged due to torrential rains and the mayhem caused by the cloudburst.
2 days after he drank a glass of water directly from a river, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann was today admitted to a hospital in Delhi. But the Aam Aadmi Party has denied that Mann had a stomach infection and claimed that he was discharged right after a routine checkup. A day after two of Sidhu Moosewala's killers were gunned down in an encounter in Punjab, the late singer's father has reportedly been receiving threat calls. The number has been traced to Pakistan. Sidhu Moosewala was killed in his hometown Musa back in May. The United States Navy says one of its destroyers sailed through the Taiwan Straits. The USS Benfold conducted what is being termed as a routine transit. The destroyer is part of the US Navy's 7th Fleet. The powerful fleet includes 70 warships and submarines. Chinese forces tracked and monitored the vessel. China, in fact, slams the frequent provocations by the US across the Taiwan Straits. The Jammu-Srinagar highway continues to be blocked because of shooting stones.
Incessant rains triggered the shooting stones and blocked the 270-kilometer-long national highway. Nearly 1,000 vehicles, including a convoy carrying Amarnath Yatris, are stranded at different points of the highway. Officials from the National Highways Authority of India have been trying to clear the affected stretch. But shooting stones and small landslides are making things difficult. The Jammu-Srinagar National Highway is the only all-weather road linking Kashmir with the rest of India.
A seer in Rajasthan's Bharatpur set himself on fire to protest illegal mining. The police team doused the fire with a blanket, but the seer has 80% burn injuries. The BJP held the Ashok Gehlot government responsible for the suicide rate. The Maharashtra government has lifted the stay order on the construction of the Mumbai Metro Line 3 car shed at RA Colony. This will effectively pave the way to resume building the controversial shed in the area. The stay order was issued by former Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray soon as he assumed office in 2019. A shocking video has surfaced from Jodhpur of a school bus falling into a sinkhole.
The bus carrying children was on its way to the school when it encountered the sinkhole. The rear tires of the bus were submerged in the sinkhole even as the front portion of the vehicle was raised in the air. Inside the bus were two terrified children, the driver and the conductor.
बस आ रही थी, उसमें दो बच्चे और एक चलन वाले ड्राइवर बैठे थे और पीछे से खड्डा एकदम ही खड्डे के अंदर गाड़ी अटक गई थी पीछे.
The children were evacuated safely, but the driver and conductor suffered injuries. Eventually, the bus was extracted from the sinkhole with the help of a crane.
Meanwhile, it was a narrow escape for 21 children after their school bus caught fire in northwest Delhi. Fire tenders were rushed to the spot to douse the blaze. All the kids and the bus driver escaped unhurt. The cause of the fire has not been determined yet. Ranil Wickremesinghe took oath as the president of Sri Lanka after winning the elections yesterday, but the protests against him continue because he is seen as an ally of the Rajapakshas. Wickremesinghe is assured that he will work with all parties to bail Sri Lanka out of this unprecedented economic crisis. Russian forces bombarded the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv, killing at least 2 people and wounding more than 20. Russia is shelling a struck mosque, in fact a medical facility and also a shopping area. Kharkiv is one of the most densely populated cities in the war-torn country. 7 missiles struck critical infrastructure in the southern Ukrainian city of Mykolaiv. 2 of the missiles hit and destroyed a warehouse full of humanitarian aid. Fighting has intensified in southern Ukraine after the US recently bolstered the military capabilities of Ukraine. Russia has resumed gas flows to Europe after fears of a total shutdown. The Nord Stream 1 has resumed flow to Germany, a key pipeline that runs from Russia to Germany. The flows are running at reduced volume as compared to before. This is a welcome relief to European countries who are struggling to find alternative suppliers. Wildfires are raging in Spain because of the searing heat across Europe.
This video captures the magnitude of the wildfires that have been burning in Spain over the past few days. All along the highways in Zaragoza and Lugo provinces, wildfires have been burning. Firefighters are struggling to extinguish the blaze due to high temperatures and strong winds. More than 30 forest fires around Spain have forced the evacuation of thousands of people and blackened 220 square kilometers of forests. Helicopters dropped gallons of water in an effort to douse the flames.
So what exactly is behind these seething temperatures across Europe? Climate change happens to be the single biggest factor. In fact, this is the hottest since the 1880s. The last 8 years put together, the hottest in over a century. A low-pressure system over the European region. There is unusual warming across the Arctic Ocean as well, and that is a big factor. There's dry soil too, which can be blamed, which cannot absorb a lot of heat. Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi has resigned after key coalition allies boycotted a confidence vote. This has paved the way for early elections and a renewed period of uncertainty for Italy. At a critical time, Draghi had an uneasy coalition of right, left and populist leanings. US President Joe Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. According to the White House, the 79-year-old leader is experiencing mild symptoms and will carry out his full duties while isolating himself. Biden is fully vaccinated. He's also taken 2 booster shots. An explosion shocked visitors at the Hoover Dam, one of the largest hydroelectric facilities in the US. A video showing a thick cloud of black smoke and flames was posted online by one of the tourists who was present at the site when the explosion happened. A team rushed to the site and discovered that the fire was reported in one of the transformers installed at the dam.